Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Sam Marine. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic episode. It's a cracking day today to further kick off the build up for the Australian Grand Prix this weekend. We are going around the world for the FIA World Championship in 2026. We're going to go to every racetrack available on the calendar. So sit back, enjoy, subscribe, like, comment and share. And yeah, let's kick off with the Australian Grand Prix. Of course, this weekend we got the Australian Grand Prix. We are going to be taking you guys a lap around the track, as you can see, in which the Australian Grand Prix will happen. Here we go, we have got the words Melbourne. So yeah, this is the Australia Grand Prix. So what we normally do now is pause and take a photo for the thumbnail. So if we do this, then do this. There we go. So now we go into free cam, which is pretty awesome. So we are going to take you guys a lap around this amazing track in which no stand is built yet, because it's like a dirt field. But who cares? Right, we have got the Melbourne famous sign on the calendar. So let's start finish straight where cars are parked and the pit lane is there, all near finished. So here we go, a lap around Melbourne and let's go. 2026 Grand Prix is underway, and you go through the first turn here. Oh, big crash there. Big accident. Oh. Then Russell leads Verstappen from Leclerc, from Lando Norris, all the way to this area here on the first, well, on the third turn here. Then you go left. You pass the massive soccer stadium. Then go right. All the way down through the trees, and then a sharp, well, a looping right here because it's not as sharp as it used to be, and then you go wrapping around using the active DRS, aka the active aero, swooping all the way around the fastest bit on the track here. And then you go, be careful of your braking zones, you go left, then you go right, and continue downwards, down to past the big buildings on the left. And then you go to a sharp right. And then you go another swooping right. And then you go last bit of the track here, you go sharp left for an overtaking zone. Then you swoop around, back on the main start finish straight, and you win. And that has been the Australian GP track. Next up, guys, is the Chinese Grand Prix here in China. Here we go. Beautiful scenery in China here. And yes, that is the track you can see up ahead. The Shanghai International Circuit here in China. So we will get low down to get a better inspection. Yes, you can see it right. It is not fully 3D or rendered or anything. So. This is it. The Chinese Grand Prix. Right. Let's do a bunch of potential thumbnails. So there you go. And then we go here. Free cam. So this is the Chinese Grand Prix, as you can see. Very swooping track. So yes, the main building here is not 3D, but at least we can do a finish a lap around it. Ready? And it's lights out and away we go. You swoop around this S section to the right, then you swoop inwards to the left and then the right, and left, and then you swoop all the way down here, all the way to the heaviest braking zone in Formula 1. And you get good overtaking done over here. Then you go all the way around. Then you swoop on the left here. Then you swoop right without braking. But then you have to brake because this is the most important section in the lap. Then you go swooping left. You go swooping left again. All the way down to the second sector in the lap. Then you go hard braking left. And then you swoop all the way round to the longest straight in the F1 calendar, to the biggest braking zone in the F1 calendar. You swoop, you try to outbrake other cars, and then you swoop there, and then you go up here. You have a choice to go in the pits, but you don't. You go across the start finish straight again, then you go across the line, and you win the 2026 Chinese Grand Prix. And that, my friends, is the Chinese Grand Prix. Hello everyone, next up, yes, it is the Suzuki International F1 track. Here we are. This massive track on the F1 calendar, some say is the Formula 1 driver's favourite track on the calendar. So yeah, here it is guys, Suzuki International F1 track. Right, as normal, take a photo. And then pause, and then free fly. So let's have a little look at the Suzuki, aka the Japanese Grand Prix. Right, we have got some weird looking buildings here. Hopefully they're not there for the race. You got the paddock there with the F1, which is awesome. Just a big warehouse. You got a few things as well. You got like a little, what's that? Like a little car parking area, which is cool. Got a little aqua place outside the track, which is pretty cool. Right, but we are all here for the track, so we are going to start with through a building. It looks like. Right, we're going to start the race in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Japanese 2026 Grand Prix is go. Fantastic start for Max Verstappen here. And then you go swooping without braking. You go right here. And then you go to the best section in the calendar. Go left, you go right, you go left, you go right. Then you go left. The S section's completed on this track. Then you go down the bump, even though they can't do bridges. But anyway, you go continue sharp right here. Then even a sharper right here under the bridge. you go to a big break-in point here on the track where a lot of overtaking will happen this season. And you go all the way around. So you swoop all the way around this track, past the patch of grass where previous years they had fires on the grass. And then you go swooping on the left, and then big left again. You go through the trees on the fastest straight here on the calendar without even braking. I hope that they break this section, but yeah, they don't break this section, and then they go a sharp braking zone here to the right, then the left, then back on the finish straight, and he wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Thank you for joining me to see this wonderful Grand Prix. Next up, of course, is the Bahrains.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra at runway 35, ready for departure, straight out departure.
Yes, everyone, we are here in the Sahara Desert for potentially the closest airport in F1 history in terms of the closest airport to the racetrack, which is going to be very interesting to see, because here we go. Right, you see a mountain to your right, but that's not where we're going, because here we are for the Bahrain F1 track. The track where all the cars have been tested for 2 weeks now. And here we are, the Bahrain International Circuit. Amazing. You see the outline of the old track as well. In COVID times, right, so we pause, take a thumbnail. And then we go pause and free fly. Right. So everyone, here we go. Let's have a little look around. Good car park space. Blimey, look at the car parking. Blimey. Buildings there. Another car park. They do have a lot of car park space. They've got another go-kart track. A lot of tracks have go-kart tracks for some reason. So, here we go. Ooh, you got a little glimpse there of the paddock, which is cool. So, let's begin. The 2026 Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's 1, 2, 3, 5 red lights. Let's go! Good start there for George Russell. And we go to the first turn here. First braking zone of the track. Oh, good overtaking there. You go left and then you go back right. Then go head down to the end of this patch of straight. Then you go right. And you go swooping left, then right. Then back to a hard braking zone here, where a lot of overtaking will happen. And you go down here to the trickiest braking zone in the F1 calendar. And then you go back on the pedal to the metal. You go all the way down towards the straights. And then you go swooping in on the left here. And then you go right. And then you go right again. And then you go further down to the end of the lap here. Then another braking zone in which they say that there's 2 corners here. So that's the first, that's the second. Then you're back on the start finish straight for a lap around Bahrain in Flight Simulator MFS24. And that has been the Bahrain Grand Prix track. Next up is the Saudi Arabia. Here we are, guys. We are here at the Jeddah Grand Prix track. To see the scale of this track as well is insane. So, got the famous building here that they all look to at the start of the Grand Prix. Right, let's get this annoying symbol out. Right, so yes, this is the Jeddah Street FIA F1 2026 calendar, the first night street race on the calendar. So like I said, as always, let's take a photo. There you go, so photo time. And maybe, I mean, I ain't got any lights on, so I'd probably do it without the plane. So, yeah. So, there you go. And now we go into free fly. So. Let's begin the race, shall we? Of the Jeddah Grand Prix. Right. Okay, so the Jeddah Grand Prix. Not the greatest in the night to spot the track. So I'd make a exception. Yes, of course, this is the race is done in the night, but because we can't see much, I will put this to the day. So let's go make this into a day track. Race by night, day by day. Here we go. So here we are, the Jeddah Street F1 track. Right, let's do a whole lap, shall we, off the Jeddah track. Here we go. So there's the pits, here's the main straight here. So it's 5 red lights and it's go past the massive building. Sharp braking zone here. A lot of overtaking happens in the first turn here. And you go straight all the way down to another braking zone here. You have to watch where you place your car, and then you go round to the right here, then you go straight, then left, then right again, then left, then all the way down to the end of this whole straight. You wrap your car around the bend here to the left, and then you go right, and then you continue downwards, then you go a bit of a sharper left here, then you go right, and then you put the pedal to the metal here on the track, and then you go all the way down here, past all the buildings left and right, go through another building here, and you go sharp left, then you go right just to straighten your car up through the building again, then you go left, right here, and then you go all the way down on this straight here, past the beautiful harbour, and then you go to the most important braking zone on the lap here, you go left, and then you go back to the start finish straight here around Jeddah. And that has been Jeddah International Circuit. Next up we have is the Miami Grand Prix. Yes, everyone, here we have the Miami Grand Prix. Just a slight caveat to it though.
X-ray Golf Sierra, leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Just a slight caveat to
Open Locket Tower, Diamond Alpha Sierra, X-ray Golf Sierra. Frequency change.
slight caveat to the Grand Prix in Miami. In Flight Simulator 2024, they have not got the racetrack into the map, into the world in Flight Simulator. So what we have to do is just have a little look at the beauty of the Hard Rock Stadium.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
And so yeah, let's see the stadium, because the racetrack is not around. As you can see, the racetrack would have been along down this straight. So yeah, so let's have a little look on Free Fly. So shall we? I mean, look how many parking spaces there are. Blimey. Right. Let's have a little look at the stadium, shall we, before we do a lap of the non-existent track. Right. Okay. I thought there's people like thing. Crazy. But yeah, that is the stadium. And an F1 track goes through the stadium, doesn't it? So yeah, unfortunately that is the Miami Grand Prix. Nothing to write home about, of course. So yeah, next up is the Canadian Grand Prix. Yes, everyone, we are here now at the Canadian Grand Prix. Here we are. Yes, they don't look too much, but if you can see discreetly, or if you can see like closely, you will see the FIA Formula 1 Canadian Grand Prix. Let's just turn and check it out. So it looks like the Canadian Grand Prix is just an island in Canada. So here we go, guys. Right, this is the Montreal Screwdriver. This is the Canada Grand Prix. Got some funky stuff up there. So let's, as always, take photos. And so let's free fly. So guys, this is the Montreal Grand Prix. What's that stadium? Is that where they have like wrestling and all that? Imagine that. Anyway, let's get into the track, shall we? Right. Don't know what these are. I mean, yeah. Oh, don't want to get too close to any of these graphical infidelities. But yeah, this is the pit lane. Pretty cool. This is start finish straight. So, and it's 5 red lights, and it's go all the way to the first bend. Loads of overtaking here. Few crashes potentially. Few spins. Then you go left and then right, past the broken the broken stand. Then you go sharp right here, right, then left, then through all the trees. You go left here, then right. Then another braking zone where Sebastian Vettel got overtaken by Jensen Button. Then you go right. Then you go all the way through the trees, all the way through here, under the bridge. Then you go right, then left, all the way down, past the bit where Robert Kubica had a shunt of a lifetime in the BMW Sauber. Then hard braking zone here, all the way turning. This is the most poignant bit on the track in terms of overtakes. And back on the pedal to the metal here, back on the main straight here, the place where everyone gets overtaken if they are the leading car. I mean, you got loads of stuff in between the track. But you continue down the track, you choose either to go forwards for the pits or turn for the straight. We turn in this time. We go to the sharp right, then the left, past the wall of champions. Then you go through to the main start finish straight, and you win. And that has been, everyone, a lap and a track tour of the Canadian Grand Prix. Next up is the Monaco.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is Type Diamond DA62, 1 miles east of Lima Foxtrot Uniform Juliet 5, 2000. Request flight following.
Hello everyone, here we
Alpha
are.
Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Nice approach. Squawk 0046.
Here we are, everyone.
Squawk 0046, Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Here we are, everyone. This is the Monaco Grand
Diamond X-Ray
Prix.
Golf Sierra. Radar contact 1 miles north of Lima November Mike Charlie, 1600. QNH 101 tree.
As always,
Roger. Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
we are going to dive right in. Unfortunately, we have this blue line in the way, but who cares? Because we are here at the Monaco Grand Prix. Right, don't forget, guys, I have been to the Monaco Grand Prix, so look on the channel for the ReaN show, because I go in depth of the Monaco Grand Prix when I've been there, because I had a photo taken with Jack Villeneuve by here, just in the start of the pits here, which was awesome. I had photos with Lance Stroll, Marcus Ericsson, and Lewis Hamilton along the catwalk bit by here. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. So let's begin. I won't get too close in case it ruins the because come on, imagine F1 cars do that. Anyway, so yeah, I won't get too close in just in case if it like bugs out or does something weird. But I will do a lap around it. So let's go at the start finish straight by here, and it's 5 red lights, and it's normal cars. Wow. Well, it is a normal road, so so 5 red lights, and it's go of the 2026 Monaco Grand Prix. As we go, hit the curb there, just like that car did, and turn back. Hit the curb there on the first turn. Now we climb all the way up to the highest bit of the track here, getting a good view on the right of the harbour, Then you swoop left here past the casino, and then you go right here, and you go downhill past the Monaco of casino, and then avoiding the bumper course, then you go right, tightly hitting the track side on the closest to the bit of the barrier. Then you go to the slow section in F1 history there, and then you go downhill again, then you go further downhill, then you go right, and then you go right again, and then you go through the tunnel in which they have not implemented. So, fun fact guys, for all you fact fans, I met Flavio Abriatore in this building. Obviously there's, blimey, obviously there is a McDonald's there, so as I was going up to I finished my McDonald's, went down the steps, and then there he was going up to get his McDonald's, which was pretty surreal. So, go through the tunnel. Unfortunately, the game has not rendered the tunnel in, so we'll have to guess our way through. So we go through the tunnel, go swooping left, right, above this weird looking bit. Then you go through something that looks a bit like a cruise ship, past the glitchy points, all the way down to this section here, hard braking zone here, just avoiding the clip of the tyre to the wall there. Go left, then back right, then pedal to the metal again, and then passing the millions of boats on the left, and then you go left, and now to the fastest section on the track. You go swooping left, then right, and then braking a bit on this section, avoiding the curb in the inside. Then you go right, and then you go swooping around, and then you go to another slow section on the track. You go right, and then right again. Then another tough section on the track. And then you go back on the start, finish straight again. And then you win the Monaco Grand Prix. And that, everyone, is a lap on Flight Simulator around the Grand Prix at Monaco. Next up is Barcelona. Here at Circuit de Catalunya. This is absolute fantastic. Look at this. Now I don't know what is happening with the shading, but here is the track. Right. Let's do that. Now maybe if we change the time of day, we can get rid of that shadow. Oh, it seems to be gone already. Oh, that's right then. Right. Oh no, it hasn't. Right, so we need this to go that side and test out the shading. Thing is, it's still there. What if we reset horizon? And it's still there. Oh well. So yeah, this is the Circuit de Catalunya. So, as always, let's go into free mode and take you all on a lap off the track. Ah, funky. Right, so yeah, this is the track, Le Track. We are going to be, this is start finish straight. Right, it's 5 red lights and 2026 Barcelona Grand Prix is go! Fantastic timing tower there, showing everyone who is first. And now, we head towards the first turn here on the track. We go right, and then we go left, then we swoop all the way to the right, and then a bit of a harder braking zone here, and then you turn right again, and then all the way down to going downhill now, going into this swooping section on the track. You go left, continue downwards then under the tunnel. Then this is a quick fast motion off curbs, so you go left, then you go right, going back uphill here, then you go swooping right here, sometimes without even braking, and then you go continue down towards the sunlight into the braking zone again here, passing the sign Circuit de Catalunya or Circuit de Barcelona, and then you go swooping left, and then you go swooping right, and then waving to the fans, you go right again on the longest, oldest section on the track, and then you swoop again to the right, and then you're back to the start finish straight here around Circuit de Catalunya, aka the Barcelona Grand Prix. And as you can see, the stand is not even 3D, but in the future, who knows? Who knows? So, that is a lap around Catalonia. Let's see if the shade is different now. But they have got the pit garage, which looks generic. You got the paddock, which has a lot of space here, and some sort of face on the ground, which is weird. Is it me, or can you guys see a face on the ground? That's weird. Anyway, so yeah, you got all these paddock clubs and all that juicy jazz, and yeah, amongst the track is all around is factories. So yeah, pretty cool. Can we see another go-kart track? We do indeed. So these are the go-kart tracks that you get accustomed to. Got helicopter pad for the ambulances and the medical helicopters. And then, so yeah, pretty awesome. Next race we're going to is the Austrian Grand Prix. Here we go. Hello everyone, we are here at the Austrian Grand Prix. How amazing does this look? Austria. Ooh. That's better. Yeah, so this is the Austrian Grand Prix. Amongst all the fields. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. So, let's take a photo. And now, let's take a lap around the Austrian Grand Prix. Right, as always, every track needs a go-kart track or a little training area, and they have it here. Pretty cool. Right, so at least the the stand is 3D, which is cool, and we have got a proper grid, which that is pretty cool. Ah, Incredible that. So, the only thing it's missing is the start finish line. But, who cares? Plus, they have got a full on pit lane, which is cool. And it says Red Bull Ring. Pretty awesome. Right. Let's begin the Grand Prix. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's go! All the way to the first turn off the track. The first part of the track where you have to be careful. Then you go right here. Missed the bump there. Then you pass the 33 for Max Verstappen. And then you pass the glorious stand that has the Red Bull iconic colour scheme. Then you go all the way to the top of the hill. Then you go to the hard braking point here on the track where a lot of things happen during this part of the track. As you can see, the elevation change. Look how high that elevation is compared to anywhere else. So this is a hard braking point by here. And then you go all the way down this section under the Worth banner there. And then you go all the way down here, getting a slipstream as you do. And then you go to the next braking point, hard low. And then you go past the gravel here. And then you get back on the pedal to the metal. And then you get onto the sweeping left hander. And then you go down, continue downwards to the next left on the track, passing the iconic, famous racing Red Bull Ring Bull. Look at that. And then you got the Max Verstappen army on this bank. And then you can go all the way down now to the final section on the track, past the hills of Spielberg there with the trees left and right of you. Then you go to the final couple of corners here. You go sweeping right, and then a hard braking zone to the right, left, to the right, past the iconic flag of Austria. And then you're back to the start, finish straight, and that is a lap around the Red Bull Ring of Red Bull Ring. And that has been a lap of Austria. Next up we have got is the British Grand Prix. We are here, guys, for the British Grand Prix. As we turn
Oxford approach. Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is Type Diamond DA62, 2 miles northwest of Echo Golf Zero Tango Victor, 1900. Request flight following.
Okay, so we are here.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, Oxford approach. Squawk 6532.
Okay, we are here
Squawk 6532.
for
Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
the iconic home of British
Diamond
motorsport.
X-Ray Golf Sierra. Radar contact 2 miles north of Echo Golf Zero Tango Victor, 2300. QNH 101
Roger. Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Right, we are here for Silver Sun. We are here for the home of British Grand Prix. As you can see, looking absolutely gorgeous in the sun of the UK is the British Grand Prix track. The old airfield track, of course. So we are here at the British Grand Prix. And with that being said, let's take photos and take you a lap around the track. Here we go. So let's have a good photo here. Beautiful. And a photo of the track. Oh, gorgeous. Here we go. Beautiful. Right, let's take you guys on a lap of the track. Here we go. Right, notice how they have not got the famous wing off the track, which is a bit weird, but they do have the building on the left, but the bridge is not there, as you can see. So, and they have got some weird buildings here. Look at this. Imagine, right, if you're someone who's coming out the out your front door and you see a F1 car come by. Imagine that. But yeah, this is the start finish straight. So 5 red lights and let's go off the Silverstone 2025 Grand Prix. As you go, swoop into the right, then swoop to the left. Hard braking zone here to the right, where you get loads of overtaking done, and then left here, and then back on the pedal to the metal. Then you get to straighten up the car on this straight, of course. Let's see if it has a tunnel. And does it? Yes, it has a tunnel. That jumped me then. But yeah, so you go swooping to the left here, then you go swooping to the right, famously known for Felipe Massa getting spins on the board. Then you go swooping to this old start finish straight where you see a church in the way, or some block of flats in the way of the old pit straight here. Then you go swooping to the right here, the famous part of the track where you get the big crash off Hamilton and Verstappen. Then you go to Maggots, then you go to Beckett's, then Chapel. And on the straight here to the Hamilton straight. And then you go all the way down for a big moment here where a lot of drivers will be trying to overtake here using their battery engine, their hybrid deployments. And then you go swoop in here, and a hard braking zone here for overtaking to happen. And then you go left, then right, and then you straighten it up for the start finish straight, and that, my friends, is the finish. And that is the 2026 FIA Formula 1 racetrack of Silverstone. And now, let's see, you can actually see where the old track used to be. So you go that way, and then, yeah, then you go that way. And then there. So yeah, you can see where the old track used to be. Which is so cool, because I do love the old track. But yeah, that, everyone, has been a lap around Silverstone, and that is the Silverstone racetrack. Next up is the Belgium Grand Prix. Everyone, this is the Belgium Grand Prix.
Russell Center. Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Diamond DA62. 1 mile southwest of Echo Bravo Foxtrot Romeo. 3100. Request flight following. Squawk Tree 746. Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra. Radar contact 1 mile northwest of Echo Bravo Foxtrot Romeo. 3200. QNH 101 tree.
Roger. Diamond X-ray Golf Sierra.
Right everyone, this is the Belgian Grand Prix. So, hopefully you guys enjoy the longest track in F1. So, this is what the F1 track looks like in a flight simulator. So yeah, pretty cool. Bit mountainous around it. So yeah, pretty cool. Obviously, this ain't real life. Because if it was, it'd be absolutely pouring down. Like it normally does around Spa, around F1 time. So yeah, this is Spa, Francorchamps. And yeah, this is pretty cool. As you can see, the start finish straight is there. So yeah, I never noticed that before. But yeah, let's take some pics. And yeah. Let's go zoom out a bit to get the full scale of the track. Pretty cool. So, with that being said, let's take you guys for a trip on the grid. Right. Half expected that. Absolute. What the? Didn't know there was a sinkhole in on the by the track, but nice looking stand though. But yeah, here we go. So, 5 red lights for the 2026 F1 Spa-Francorchamps Grand Prix, and let's go! What a fantastic day today as we head to the dangerous corner where everyone crashes and everyone gets away scot-free. If not, they go on the runoff here. But that is gravel, so you have to watch out there. Then the steep climb, well, the steep downward climb all the way to the most infamous part on the track and in F1 history, past the weird looking building that looks a bit like a football stadium but too small to be a football stadium. Now you go up the most important bit on the track here, Rouge, and you go up the slope here, up Rouge. Then you go on the straight here, the most infamous straight on the calendar, because you can get loads of overtaking done here on the straight. This is the part where famously Schumacher and Hakkinen overtakes a BAR car either side of him. So then you go swooping to the right, then to the left, then look at the elevation change here from up here, from down to the other side of the track. Then you go swooping to the right here, then go downwards here where Schumacher sadly crashed by here on the formation lap. But I digress. Here we go. So we go right, going all the way downhill too. Then you go left. In theory, they should open this bit, this bit up instead of the latter. But we carry on. So you go down here, and you go swooping. Then you go swooping left. Then you swoop left again. And then you swoop to this bit of the track where it's very tentative. So then you go right. Then you go left past the go-kart track. And then you go right again. And then you go all the way right here without braking if you dare. Then you pass the go-kart track here. And then this is the part where everyone in front gets scared because of the, I guess a bit worried that he might get overtaken, because this is a big bit now of the track where a lot of teams and drivers will be looking to pounce on the lead driver here. So it could be George Russell or it could be Max Verstappen. Then the biggest breaking point here on the track where everyone makes their move. Go right, then left, and then back on the start finish straight. And they win! And that has been a lap around Spa-Francorchamps. So, with that being said, let's see what else we can find before we wrap up Spa-Francorchamps, because it is the most infamous track on the calendar. And not much around, is there, apart from this, like I said, weird building that has... I mean, what do they have here? Do they have sprints? Don't know. But yeah, a lot of hills, a lot of mountains, a lot of... not much in terms of car parks for campers or anything really. But yeah, thank you all for joining me here at Belgium. And yeah, next up on the calendar we have is the Hungarian Larios, the Hungary Grand Prix. So yeah, this is Harud. Look how amazing that looks. I see down the hill. Oh, that looks incredible. So yeah, hello everyone. We are here at the Hungarian Larios. We're here at the Hungary Grand Prix.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is Type Diamond DA62, 1 miles west of Lima Hotel from Quebec Echo, 2300. Request flight following.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, Budapest approach. Squawk 0101.
Squawk 0101. Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra, radar contact 1 miles northeast of Lima Hotel November 0 India, 2000. QNH 101 tree.
Roger. Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Right, so we have looked at the track from afar. Next thing we need to do is to take you around the actual track. So, not much around the track, as you can see. Just barren wasteland. Got some greenery around, but it's mainly a wasteland. Right. We have got some sort of Wi-Fi pole or something by here, which makes it okay, I guess. So, here is the start finish straight off the Hungary Grand Prix, which it looks like it's a racing academy circuit as well, which is interesting. Got the stand here, which is not 3D, well it is, but it's not fully rendered, but so you got the finish straight there, you got the pits there, so let's take you guys a lap around said track. There's the start finish straight. There's the lights anyway. Oh, what looks like lights. Right. Let's do it. 5 red lights. And let's go. Right, 5 red lights. And let's go. 2026 Hungarian Grand Prix. I feel that I shouldn't really be getting any closer to the jagged edges bits, but we are pretty close as it stands. So we have, talking of stands, this looks like a pretty good stand. Pretty good. And this one. Not many people in there, but pretty good. So, this is the famous first turn on the track where a lot of cars have been going into the first turn, potentially crashing as well. But another fun fact is that, look at that, you got a tunnel underneath the track. Pretty cool. So, you go further down to the track, you go under the tunnel, which I'm not going to because it is going to be glitchy and all that jazz. So, yeah. Then you go left here, a famous place. Then you go right, and this is the part where, sadly, Felipe Massa baby had his had some sort of accident there. And then go up the hill a little bit, then go left. Then you swoop around this bend, and then you go past further fans. And then go to the shortest, the tight sections here, section 3. Go right, then left, then continue down under the bridge. And then you go left, and then right, then continue down without braking this time. Just drift your car into the corners here, left, and then right, and then under the bridge, and then go to the final part of the track here, alongside a dirt track there. You go hard braking zone here, and then go right. Then you go all the way to the final bend of the track, a little go-kart track there on the left. Then you go swooping there. You got the pit entry there. Then you got a swooping corner here. Back on the start finish straight here for the Hungarian Grand Prix 2026. And that is across the line. That has been the Hungary Grand Prix. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. Look at that. Pretty cool, eh? Right. Next racetrack we are going to be looking at is a fun one. Because it is the Dutch Grand Prix. Right, everyone. This is the Dutch Grand Prix. Sadly, the last time we might be seeing the Dutch Grand Prix this year.
5 miles southwest Echo Hotel Romeo Victor
There we
Bravo,
go.
1500. Request flight following.
Right.
Squad Tree 025, Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra. Radar contact 5 miles southwest of Echo Hotel Romeo Victor Bravo, 2000. QNH 101
Okay. So, here we
Roger.
go.
Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Beautiful racetrack here at Zandvoort here for the F1 Grand Prix. As you can see, a beautiful track here. Beautiful. Right. Let's give you guys a deep dive into said track. Right. Let's have a little look around. So you got this weird looking building. I doubt it'll be in the real life track. Got a couple buildings here. That is unrealistic. Right, let's actually go and do a lap. So 5 red lights and let's go for the 2026 Dutch Grand Prix. Here we go. First turn, really bend a bit of a bank in here. This is the home of the bank of tracks. As you see, then it goes all the way to this section where it is past the sand dunes, the mountainous area there, and then go right here, just like that fake car's doing. And then you go left here, on the outside some cars go, but then you go left, then back up the hill here, past the Aramco. Aston Martin will be happy to see that. And then you go swoop in here, the fast sections of this track. Of course, you get past the flag of Denmark there. Then you go swoop in. Then you go all the way up here. And then you go swoop in again to right here. Then it swoops all the way around. And then you go and it widens out then to this bit of the track. And then you go right then on the outside by here where the white and orange curbs are. You brake, then you go right here, trying to get a good entry point to this next turn, past the fake grandstands, and then you go left here, tugging on the inside curb here, then drift outwards. You get on the pedal to the metal, get to the activation point where you get active aero, and then you get past a lot of these fans who are not there. And then you get to a hard braking zone by here, and then this is the part where you try to overtake, then swoop in around this section here, and then you go to this other section here, and where the banking will be brutal. And then you turn here past the Rolex sign, and then this is the part everyone enjoys whenever they go to Zandvoort. And then you get past all the hilly sections here, apart from this section. As you can see, we have got some banking happening on this turn, final turn, before you get straightened out on the start finish straight. And then you get to a little bump here, not in real life, just just in this game, where you have to jump to get to the start finish straight. And then that will be that for a lap around the Dutch Grand Prix 2026. Then obviously there is the paddock for the Dutch Grand Prix. Imagine that, like big houses as the paddock. Then yeah, that has been the Dutch Grand Prix. Next race we are going to be looking at, guys, is the Italian Grand Prix. Guys, we are here at Monza. And here it is.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Diamond DA62, 1 miles northeast of Lima India Tree 25, 2100. Request flight following.
Right, so yeah, this is Monza.
Squawk 1634, Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra. Roger, Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Right, so yeah, this is Monza. By the way, guys, check out the ReaN show where I go to Monza for the first ever time, which was absolute awesome. So, as you can see, you got the old F1 track there, which is awesome, and you got the new one, which is equally as awesome. And it's always a great time going to Monza for the F1. So, as always, let's take some photos of Monza. Then separately of said track. Pretty awesome. And now we're gonna have a little lap around the track. And we might even do a lap around the old track. As you can see the outline of it. So. Here we go. Blimey, how many cars are on the track? There is obviously some of these are not fully rendered, so this is the podium. What would have been, what would be, what is. So, yeah. And it's 5 red lights, and it's go. So this is going into the first bend here off the track, in which is amazing. This of course is where I sat, just in this grandstand by here, in front of the old track. Then the first turn here, you go right, then left. Big drama on the first turn, as always at Monza. Then you go wrapping all the way around to the right. Then you go for a hard braking zone here where a lot of overtakes could still happen. Then go left, then right, all the way down here. Then you go into the turn quickly. Then you go to the turn quickly like that one as well. Then you go back on the start of the fast straight here, passing what looks like a golf course. So then you go under the tunnel, which is under the old track. So then you go left, then you go right, then back left again quickly, then still accelerating all the way down this turn to the final bend. And I thought that was the 3D rendered tunnel, 3D rendered thing. But yeah, look at that. That is the helipad for the ambulance. And then cars F1 can go round the final bend here, and then all the time accelerating, going as fast as they can to back to the start finish straight of Milano Autodromo. And that has been that of a lap around the track. So let's look a bit around the track before we leave Monza. Now that building looks a bit weird looking, so we'll leave that one for now. But it's really good that they still got the paddock, even if it's not 3D. So yeah, that is the track. So this is where I walked past the yeah, so this is where I walked past the helicopter and all the way down here, I think. What's this? A path? Can't tell. Anyway, yeah, so walked all the way down, and we got a bus somewhere around here. Then we went back to Milano Central, which is pretty awesome. And that, guys, is Milan F1 track. So, next track is going to be a tricky one. It's going to be the Madrid. Hello everyone, we are here now. We skipped 2 races, Baku and Madrid, only because it is tricky to navigate through city centres. But we are here for a race which looks incredible. So, we are going to try and make it into daytime. There we go. It's stuttering. It's stuttering like crazy, so can we? There we go, let's just take. There goes. Let's do this, right. I thought I saw the back end of the track. So this must be it. This is a famous wheel. Is it? Oh, this is it. Here we go, guys. So, this is the Singapore Grand Prix. Well, I won't go under the bridges, but yeah. And let's go, go, go! The Singapore Grand Prix 2026. Go left, right, then go left again. Then go all the way up here. Then you go right. Then it's a long straight. All the way down here. Then you go left. Then you go right, is it? And then you go yeah, so yeah, so let's start again. Sorry guys. Oh, there's a famous building, look at that. Right. Let's do all this again, guys. I'm guessing this is part of the track too, is it? I can't tell. So, here we go. For the Singapore Grand Prix, here we go. Singapore Airline. And it's go, go, go. Cars are driving on water. Okay. Go to the first turn here. Left, right, and left again. All the way down here. Then you go right. Then go all the way down. All the way down to here. Then you go left. Then you go right. And down here. and go left. Go left again, I think. I think we should do the track back to front. So let's do back to front. So, reverse grid. And let's go, go, go. Imagine that all the way down here. And what used to be a grandstand there, but it continues down. Then go that way. And follow these fake cars with the real cars. And I'm guessing you go right. Yeah. Anyway, that's sorry about this, guys. It's a bit of a mess, but yeah, that's been Singapore. Right, next race, hopefully it'll be easier. Is of course Circuit the American. We are here, everyone, at Circuit the America at Dakota F1 2026 track. So yeah, pretty awesome. Flying over.
Austin approach. Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Diamond DA62, 1 miles north of Kilo, Quebec, November, India 1700. Request flight following.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, Austin approach. Squawk 1146.
Squawk 1146. Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Roger. Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Right, yeah, so we are here at one of the highly anticipated tracks on the F1 calendar. So yeah, section photos for the thumbnail. Pretty awesome. And so let's take a look at the track. Now I was noticing a lot of these F1 tracks have got a generic grid garage type thing, so I won't judge them too much on that. And so yeah, let's see the steep climb. Look at that. Now that is a steep climb. Obviously not just that, but it's quite slightly slanted a bit, the track, so don't know if that's for real life or don't know. But as always, there is a test track by there for go-karting, which is fantastic to see. Obviously this ain't true to scale, otherwise it'd be like up here. But it's so good though to see the first turn of the track, the elevation change of the track. So let's take you guys for a lap around the track. So here we go. 5 red lights and let's go. Great start for Nico Hülkenberg as the crowd is running wild excited for the first turn. Everyone is crawling to the first turn, hoping not to get collided by other drivers. Then they go back on the down turn here. You go swooping right. Then you got the most trickiest section here. Bits from the Suzuka track where you got nice stars and stripes there. You got the swooping S section. You got the left and right, then left and right. And then you swoop down to this section by here where you have to nail the curbs. Go left and then swoop right and then go back on it with the accelerator there with the power, and then you continue downwards with the crowd going wild, and then you go left and then straight into a braking zone, but it opens itself up this turn because then you can get a lot of overtaking done by here. But you wait for this straight because this straight is the key for overtaking and is absolutely key for overtaking. And yeah, you see a lot of action here over the years. You've got a nice massive car park here, which is fantastic to see. And then you go to a heavy braking zone where of course you can overtake cars and all sorts and maybe run wide. So yeah, so you go left here and go straight here towards this bend, and then you turn right, then right again. And then make sure your car is as wide as possible by here to open up the next turn. Left, and then go all the way down to this section, the fastest section on the track, and go left. You will go right, then right again, and all the way right, and then until you get to the part where you have to get to a left turn here. So you go left, and then you go left again, and then you go on the start finish straight and then cross the line and win. That, my friends, has been COTA Circuit of the America F1 track. Look at that. So yeah, that has been COTA. Next track we're going to be looking at is the Mexico Grand Prix. We are here for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Yes, we are here in Sao Paulo. So yeah, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome inside. Here we go.
Approach. Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is Type Diamond DA62, 1 mile south of Sierra Sierra Yankee Hotel. 4000. Request flight following.
Diamond Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra approach. Squawk Tree 361.
Squawk Tree 361. Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra. Radar contact 1 mile northwest of Sierra Sierra Yankee Hotel. 3200. QNH 101
Roger. Diamond X-Ray Golf Sierra.
So yeah, we are here at Sao Paulo, the home for F1 in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Here we are. Gorgeous day for sightseeing off the track. Ready for the F1 race later this year. And look at that, pretty awesome. This is the most beloved track on the F1 calendar. I can see why. So, that being said, time to take some pics of the track. Ooh, that's freaky, look at that. Ooh. There you go. Right, let's take a lap around the track. Right, so. So. You have got some buildings in the way, but who cares of said buildings? Then 5 red lights, and let's go around this beautiful track that says Sao Paulo, the world meets here, which is true. Then go left through the center S's, then right, and then you go all the way wrapping around to the left, and then you go into faster speeds here until you brake in the braking zone right by here. You then go left, then you wrap around the track here, still going hell for leather, and then you go right up, slightly uphill, then you go to the slow sections of the track, sector 2, so you go right, then you go slow left, then you hurry up down the road, then brake a bit earlier, but not really heavy braking zone. Then go right, then go all the way down here. Do a left, continue down the road though. This could be a great overtaking place here. This is the famous part of the track where Lewis Hamilton won his title. Go left, then you put the accelerator on for the longest overtaking opportunity on the track, and then you go back to the start, finish straight, and that is, everyone, a lap around the Brazilian Grand Prix. But before we go, let's have a look around to see if we can find anything interesting to see around the track. So, yeah, I've got a small pool area there, which is weird, and in Brazil, somehow, we got the same issues as, I mean, when I was searching for Mexico, the track, and wouldn't want to go on a train on that track. That goes into the water. Poor design that. But yeah, that has been the Brazilian Grand Prix. You got another go-kart track there, which is awesome. But yeah, that's the Brazil Grand Prix. Next race we're going to look at, next track, is going to be yeah, let's do it. Let's go to Las Vegas, baby. We are here, everyone, for Las Vegas F1. But since it's not a full-on fledged out F1 track, we'll have to just have a little stroll on the strip of Las Vegas and have a little look at Las Vegas in Flight Sim. You got the famous ball there, which is fantastic. So yeah, got the you got Caesar's Palace somewhere. You got Big Ben. That's cool. Look at all this. Fantastic, eh? Ooh. Ooh. That is so cool. That building there, Cosmopolitan. This is crazy. Oh, we need to lift up. quick. Oh, there we go. I've got another airport, yeah. That's quite funky. Well, yeah, I've got, unfortunately, no F1 track, but a nice little sightseeing tour of Las Vegas in Flight Sim, which is awesome. So, yeah. What the hell is that? Superstars. What's that supposed to do? Go in. So go into it. See what happens. So superstar. Ooh. Ah. Oh, hell to the no. So yeah. Before I disastrously destroy my vehicle. So yeah, that has been Viva Las Vegas. Yeah, look at that. You got your Disney World there, I think, or your other stuff here. Then you got medieval castle area, which is very cool indeed. You got Statue of Liberty there, looking a bit weird. And you got a roller coaster, which is awesome. You got New York, New York. Start spreading the news. Then we got We Love Las Vegas and Ross, Dress for Less. Doggy. Doggy. And then you got what building's that? God knows. Then you got Park MGM, which is awesome. You got Pharmacy, looking a bit rugged, but who cares? You got cars going around the bends. Got Gucci, pretty awesome. Fendi, you got, yeah, you got a lot of stuff around here. Sometimes is rendered, some are not. But yeah, you got, what's this building? Planet Hollywood. Ooh. And you're passing all the famous buildings. You got your Caesar's Palace. Look at that. Ooh. Can we go into it? Yeah, we can. That. Pretty cool. Right. Then you got the famous Eiffel Tower. Of course. Not as impressive as the real one. Yeah, then you got all these famous lights and glamour and glitz. Got the Ferris wheel here. Let's have a little look at this ball that looks like Mars, or well, it looks like Venus, really, doesn't it? So can you go inside there, I wonder? Oh, no. Ooh, you got Earth. That's cool. That Earth. That's so cool. And then you got all the rest of Las Vegas. Let's see if we can see the sign of Las Vegas. I think it's out the front bit of Las Vegas, saying what? Welcome to Viva Las Vegas. Viva. You got a circus there. Nowhere near as impressive as the buildings here. You got the funky looking tower here, which is cool. So cool. Right, can we see the sign of Las Vegas? It's by here, isn't it? Should be